I'm glad you said in bringing up that 9 to 5. Do you think you as productive to yourself like you do to do that 9 to 5?
No, not at all. My most productive time of the day is between like 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. So right there after breakfast and before lunch, them 3 hours, I can conquer the world. And as we all know, for most jobs, you're not sitting there really working 8 hours of work. You don't have 8 hours worth of work. So in those 3-4 hours, I can power through so much of my job and help a whole bunch of other people with theirs in those few hours. And sometimes as I'm vigorously typing, I'm like, I wish I could be doing this for myself. I probably could make 2 songs right now. I could probably write a full book right now.
So why? So why? I think I can answer that question, but I'm gonna ask you anyway. Why do you think you can give more to a job than more to yourself?
Because of the flow state really is, I have to, number one, because if I don't have that job, we're not listening to me make any songs. That's who pays my bills. That's like, I have to have that job, number one. And number two, there's nothing I can really do about when my body flows. The fact that 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. time is their time, it just is what it is.
I got a problem with that. Because, I work a 9 to 5 too. Mm-hmm. And my problem is I be going so hard for this job. And the reason why you said because at the end of the day, you have to buy things. It's a price to live. So in order to live, you have to get out there and work. Mm-hmm. But I feel like when we work in those jobs, we get an instant relief, that check.
Yeah, of course.
That I feel like that check give us that extra motivation in order to get things done. Of course, yes, we gotta live, mm-hmm. pay bills, pay rent, save up, and everything. But ultimate, once you get that check, you get happy. Mm-hmm. Even though you gotta pay bills. Woo!
Yeah,
thank God I can pay that bill.
It's a relief that you're getting your check.
But my thing is, I feel like that's so hypocritical.
Yeah.
And to me, I feel like that's messed up because I should give myself that. I go to work when I don't want to.
Right.
I do things when I don't want to. Mm-hmm. All because of check, and I can't give myself this.
Yeah.
This is my passion. This is my goals and aspiration. And I can't sit here and say, you know what, D? Do this video or write this poem or write this short story in order for you can actually produce more. Mm-hmm. Now, it might not be the top tier, mm-hmm. but just because you go to work, it ain't gonna be the top tier, but you still going to work.
Yeah.
I feel like we should have that same attitude knocking out our own company and our own success, because I just feel like that's just very hypocritical.
Yeah, it is. And some of us do. So I do a lot of working when I don't feel like it on my craft as well. So I do work on my personal business. I do write, I do rap and all of that on a schedule to where sometimes I'm just putting up shots. I'm just there doing it because I know I'm supposed to be doing it. It's not a productive day. I'm kind of wasting time, but I'm continuously doing it because of that. Because I know, well, shoot, I sit at work every day and they're not always productive days. Mm-hmm. I sit at work every day and I don't always want to be there, so I can do this for myself. But what does make it more difficult is it's not as fruitful financially. I'm not making any money.
But man, I don't know. I saw a video, and the video was saying something about that, right? The video was explaining that if you don't live your ideal, you're going to be living somebody else's ideal.
Oh, for sure.
Even these companies, before these companies became companies, they started somewhere. Mm-hmm. And they was not financially stable or have what's the word I'm looking for? Stability. Mm-hmm. Like we think they should. They went through all the loopholes, and it's just, to me, that's frustrating. Yeah. I have all the tools in the world, and I don't do it because of how I feel.
Yeah, no, you got to push through those feelings. Like I said, I still work on the days that I feel like it's not getting me nowhere, or I don't feel like doing this, or I done I set this time aside and now I realize I want to do something else or whatever. I still work on those days, but work on the days that I feel pressure, the days that I'm tired, the days that I'm frustrated. I still work on those days. But I think what's most important is learning how to put up shots without thinking about the finances, which is hard because it matters. Learning how to put up shots without thinking about the end goal. So just to go and just do your job. And I say that, I'm starting to say it every day. So people who talk to me often can probably attest to the fact that they're hearing me say, I'm just keeping my head down and I'm working. So sometimes I bump into people and I send it to them and they're like, what happened to the school? What happened to the church? Did they ever reach back? And I'll tell, hey, I don't know. I'm just working. I'm just putting my head down and I'm working. I'm just gonna keep working. I'm gonna work as hard as possible. And one day that church gonna call me. One day that school gonna call me. One day that, whatever it is that I'm working towards, you just gotta keep your head down and work. And I think keeping that knowledge in the forefront will really keep you going. You have to remind yourself, just keep your head down and work. Just keep it. No matter what you do, if you continue working, it literally can't stay the same. Something's going to give, something's going to change. You're even going to get better. We know rappers who sucked at the beginning and we're like, oh, you know what? I actually thought I was committed to not liking this rapper, but I'm watching them grow. Like they used their time to keep doing this and they got better. So we have to keep it in the forefront that it's like, no matter what, if I keep doing this every day, I got no choice but to get better. If I keep doing this every day, it's got no choice but to go.
So before we end, what would you tell people to achieve their goals and aspirations?
What would I tell them? I think that is what I would tell them, just to keep going. It's so cliche. Oh my gosh, it's so cliche. You get so sick of people telling you to keep going. You get so sick. It feels so cliche, but it's so true. You just have to keep at it. You just have to keep going. You have to keep out of your brain all of the boundaries. You just got to keep moving. Boundaries are there for a reason. You actually learn so much throughout the barriers and the boundaries, throughout the hurdles. You learn so much, but you just have to keep going. People respect you when you keep going. It's a lot of people who will see you in the beginning, they'll laugh at you and they come back and they're like, oh, you still doing this? Oh, you okay, it's a lot better. You just have to keep going. It's no other way. You have to keep going.
So you can't let nothing stop you from your vision that you see that you want to achieve.
You can't let nothing stop you. The barriers are there sometimes for a reason, sometimes you can't let nothing stop you. You just got to keep going. You have to keep going. It's so cliche, but keep going.
Well, you heard it on What's Happening TV. It's so cliche, but at the end of the day, whatever you set forth for yourself, do not allow no elements or no factors to prevent you from striving from the goals that you set forth. Do you agree?
I agree. Keep going.
And that's what's happening on What's Happening TV.
What's Happening TV.
Deuce.